Hey everyone, it's VM Campos, Magic Fan. I'm just testing out a bunch of things at the moment, so probably not really going to do too much gameplay. And I'm just checking my settings here because I'm at 39% CPU, which seems a little high. I seem to be live on Twitch, no problem. YouTube says I'm offline, but I think Mob Crush is just not working properly. So, just to test things out, I've got my side camera over here so I can show some stuff. Let me see this over here. That's gonna be for something useful very soon. Now if I try to get over here, I'm way too far from the mic. And then over here, that's a 6. That'll make sense about why I'm doing that a little bit later. So again, on Twitch, that looks perfect. Looks like I'm perfectly live there. Then I've also got this amazing cam, which is working at the moment. There it is right there. I can look right over there. Turn on this amazing 3D filter. Look at that. It looks so realistic. It's like I'm wearing those glasses in real life. And then I switch over to the game cam like that. Okay, let's play a bot match over here. I want to see what my CPU is doing. I want to see what my frame rate is doing. Hey everyone there in the chat, how are you doing? I'm kind of doing a little test. Just shout out a message in the chat. I'm trying a few things out. Where's my Mob Crush Unified chat? Right over there. So again, I don't know what's going on, but Mob Crush is supposed to broadcast me, broadcast me to YouTube and Twitch, but it only seems to be live on Twitch at the moment, and I'm trying to simulcast. Ooh, I can do a turn 3 Vona already. Amazing. Gonna get that shocked. Okay, that's what happens. And I'm supposed to be live on YouTube, but I don't see that it's live, so extremely, extremely weird. Okay, so here's the amazing play right here. We do a Sorin. They have a shock in hand, minus him to get him into death range, to then summon a Vona. CPU is 40, frame rate is steady, 0 dropped frames, kilobits is pretty low, but I blame my ISP. Destructive Digger worthless. Let's do some cool stuff here. Vona has vigilance, amazing. So, how's everyone in the chat doing? Having a nice day so far today? Oops, next up on that. Do I want to pay 7 life and wreck their digger? Or do I want to pay 7 life for the next thing that will happen here? No attacks. Alright, so Mavrin will be cool. We get some amazing stuff going on. I doubt they'll wreck their own land or whatever that digger does. Draws you a card after you destroy your own land, right? So we'll do here just testing. How is everyone? Question mark. Okay, so all of that went through with a thunderous damage. And let's just do this. Why not? I'm at 30 life. And all of that damage makes the Eben, what do you call him, stronger. Okay, you want to do all that damage. Now, supposedly YouTube and Twitch both said something happened there. That doesn't make any sense. Okay, so this game is totally over. Obviously, I don't even need to go get anything at all. Elenda, I guess. And let's attack with Maverin. Sure. Got some stuff going on there. Got this amazing combo going on. It's quite sad, actually. So YouTube has never displayed that I'm actually live. Wait, what if I go over to this other live control room over here? Are they preferring that instead? And I don't know what about here. Oh, that actually says I am live. What's going on with that? I guess in this other live view, go to my live dashboard right there. Is that working there? Hey, wait a minute. That's totally working. Oh, I guess the other live system is what they prefer. Oops, I guess everything's dead because of that sanctum. And there we go. Okay, so I guess on my other chat system, okay, well that is shocking. What's my lag time on that? I'm gonna try something right here. Okay, so I'm gonna time my lag time right here. So I'm gonna show this right now on the camera. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23. It's approximately 23-second lag time. That is horrific. Sorry that you had to wait for all of that, but I was just testing my lag time. But over on Twitch, it seems to be right away, right? And if I put this right here, 1, 2, that it's a 2-second lag on Twitch, but it was, what did I count? 30 seconds over on YouTube. Anyway, let's go ahead and let's have a little bit of fun right here. So, if you didn't know by now, I'm actually going to be a sponsored streamer starting on Monday, which is August 19th. Every day of that week, I'm going to be live streaming at 3:33 p.m. Pacific time. So I'm going to be playing. I'm going to be giving booster pack codes. I've got 100 of them to give out. I'll probably give out 20 per day. A maximum of 10 people can get that. I mean, a person can get up to a maximum of 10. This is all thanks to Wizards of the Coast. They're going to sponsor me to do some live streaming, so be there. Let me write it this way. Join the stream on Monday the 19th at 3:33 p.m. to get free boosters. Thanks to Wizards of the Coast. Alright, so Wizards of the Coast gave me an account to give away free stuff. The way I'm going to do it is like this. I'll switch over to the card camera over here. The way that's going to work is I'm going to have this die inside of a Planeswalker deck, and I'm going to roll it like that, and that's going to be a number. Now, you'll be able to see it, right? I can go like this. That's number 16. Okay, number 16 wins. So those reflections, I gotta figure that out. So let's say you're gonna pick a random number. I'm gonna go like this. Oh, number 8 won it. You know, a number from 1 to 20. That's number... What number is that, actually? That's number 14. Right? Hopefully there's no ambiguity. That's number 9. That's number 15. Okay, so that's what this side camera is going to be about. I'm also going to talk about some comics. We'll get back to that soon enough. Then I've also got the amazing cam right over here. It's amazing. It's a different angle. I'm in the game. Look at that. I'm about to play Ixalan Treasure Constructed. So I'm going to have those two cameras. And, yeah, let's play some... Let's win some of these prizes. White or green, white or red. Okay, I got a white-red Boros deck. Is this the one that I think it is? It's full of enchantments and fun stuff like that. So, Demotion Fanatical. Yeah, okay. This is not a tier deck, but this will help me get my red or white. What do you call it? Oops, and I have to remember to switch over to my regular game camera right there. So I need either one of those cool decks to switch between things, or I need to put it on a phone and then switch it that way. One of those two. That's some like Danish chocolate. You don't need to hear me munching, so put the mic away for a moment. Okay, so this is what I want to do in this deck. 10th District Legionnaire is amazing. When you enchant it, it does cool stuff. And I got 3 enchantments. In theory, this will get amazing. Let's see if it doesn't get fried on their turn, because they obviously have a shock. If it doesn't get shocked, I can then add the Knight's Pledge, which will give it +2/+2. It'll actually give it +3/+3. This is what enrages me about, like, of course, they have all of their burn spells ready to go. Now, if I get my 4th land, well, Tajik will be close enough. Tajik can get first strike, so let's see what they get at 4/4. Okay, well, fine. I can still first strike over here. So let us add a +2 and go for it, and they might block, but then we've got first strike. Fine. So let's add just another enchantment there. Oops, that's a 7/5. Now you do have a 4/4, which they can put in some Titanic Growth or something cool. So maybe it'll be a race to the face. Okay, I guess we're both doing an enchantment sort of thing. That's weird and fun. I tell you, sometimes the just like the sheer luck of things is it's unfathomable. They had their 2 shocks for my 2 creatures that could die to shock perfectly on curve. They had then 2 more spells that would then help them take out my creature that had gotten huge. But they have their This is just the stuff that, like... And then we play with no lands. So if you're there in the chat, please put how fake and outlandish the algorithm is sometimes. Uh-oh. Wall of Thoughts. Fine. Get a little bit of milling. Who cares? I'll be able to demote that wall. Let's do this right here. Ooh, they're going to do Petitioners A. Okay, so I don't have any enchantments, but I've got Tajik. So now I have 2 3/3s. They're obviously not going to block with that Petitioner. They want to mill me, that's fine. I will demote. Ooh, Pride Mate. That's interesting. Fine. Let's get more mana. So we'll make a mana. We will have Tajik make the captain stronger. They will not block. They want that Ajani's Pride Mate. Let's just go for it. I guess... Let's undo that. Can we still undo that? No, we can't undo that. Okay. Oh well, so it was a big old hit right there. I thought you could still undo some of those things. Hey Jerome, how are you doing right there? I just have to monitor all my screens. Sorry, I didn't see your chat. Usually your chat appears over there, but because something's happening over here, I didn't see your name there. But thanks for joining so much. Thanks for the thank you for thanking me on the sponsorship. Yeah, so Monday, if you're able to do it, 3:33 p.m. Pacific time, I'm going to be giving away booster codes to viewers of the stream. And I was testing... Okay, let's actually do this. Well, never mind. I'll do it in one moment. I was testing my setup here. In theory, I have a web camera over here, a web camera over here, and then my web camera over here. Let's see if it wants to behave, because sometimes one of these cameras gets broken, and that means I have way too much stuff to monitor, so I have to have one eye over here and one eye over here like a chameleon. Impassioned Orator. Okay, that's fine. They probably won't block that. Even if they do block it. Okay, they're gonna block my little guy, that's fine. Next turn, Knight's Pledge to make that into a 5/5. Okay, they're gonna give that. That's fine. Okay, let's put this on this. Do we need another Goblo? No, I need more enchantments. That becomes a 5/5. Activated ability. It's not an activated ability, so it'll still gain life. I think we'll be okay. Petitioner. Yeah, so that will gain life. Okay. 6 damage, sure. I guess what I'll need to do is block here. They're gonna drop a creature. There we go. Pride Mate becomes a 5/5. Chump block. Well, I don't think I have any way to really get rid of that Pride Mate. So I'm kind of stuck right here. I didn't mean to attack with that Firebrand, actually. Let's try that again. That Pride Mate was doing some good stuff. So this is a very aggro deck. It's not really designed to deal with their threats too much, except for strength in numbers. And so that Pride Mate was just going to keep getting bigger. They had their perfect combo of that Orator. So let's try this again. So I'm trying out the brand new YouTube live stream screen. It looks pretty cool, so high tech. Let me see, I can look at chat rate, playbacks, etc. What's a good metric? Suggestion: the audio stream's current bitrate 0 is lower than the recommended bitrate. We recommend you use an audio stream or whatever. So yeah, that's what I'm saying about. So I'm using Mob Crush, and it is supposed to it's supposed to stream to a variety of places at once. Okay, well, missed a land drop. So I'm just showing off right there. What does it look like when we get the... Okay, they have the Orator, so that's exactly what they want. Let's go in for some aggro action. Make that a little bigger. There's the Pride Mate. Okay, that is their perfect combo. If I get one more land, I can do cool stuff. Okay, there's one more land. So here's what we'll do. Let's make this fly. Draws me a card. Let's make this fly. Draws me a card. Have one blocker. Will attack in the air. Plus, got a blocker, which doesn't matter, even if they go all in. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 damage. 9 damage. So they can do a maximum of 9 damage right here. So, doesn't even matter. Okay, so then we'll make this critter even bigger. They're gonna mill me. From hell's heart, I stab at thee. And there we go. Yep, they weren't even gonna pull that off. I was just gonna keep making my guy a little bigger. So there we go. Oh, let's do this. So there we go. Oops, I mean this one right here. So there we go. Deal with it. I'm trying this out, new thing to kind of like, you know, stand out during the stream on Monday. I'm gonna switch over like this. What do you think about it? I'll switch over to this camera for some reason. Maybe to show off something like this. You know, hey everyone, check out this right here. And then I'll like do another kind of commentary over here. Maybe I'll switch up personas and I will be evil VMC over here. Evil VM Campos, like, hey, you could have played that better if you did turn 2 better. So we'll have that side camera. Then we'll switch over to the card camera over here. Let's test this out for a moment. What I'm going to do is I'm going to switch over to this side camera to talk about a little bit of comics for a moment. I picked up this brand new issue of Usagi Yojimbo #1 from IDW. Stan Sakai's comic book of the Rabbit Bodyguard has been published for over 30 years. They just started with a brand new #1. You don't really need to have followed the story except to know that this takes place in feudal Japan and everyone is a furry character. So I picked that one up. Let's look at one more comic, then we'll get back to the game. I also picked up this comic right here. This is so controversial. You shouldn't even be looking at this. This is Second Coming #1. This is the comic book that was so controversial they canceled it. And then another publisher says, we'll publish it. It's basically, what if Jesus returned and helped a superhero? So the original superhero, Jesus Christ, helping this modern superhero after, God said, you need to do something with your life. So this book was so controversial, it got canceled, but then it got resurrected, just like someone I know. Anyway, I got those 2 comics to show you so far. Usagi Yojimbo #1 and Second Coming #1. So I'm going to show off the comics cam or the card cam every once in a while. Let me know there in the chat if you think that's kind of cool to switch between different cameras. I want to get a little fancier for the stream. Let's get back and play a little bit more. I want those 20 white or green spells. Then after this, we'll probably play a little bit of a constructed. And we'll adjust the camera slightly like that. My volume seems good. My CPU, I think there's kind of a lot of background noise, however. And anyway, opponent goes first. So, okay, fine. But we see that Boros, oops, they're going to do Boros as well. What is the meaning of this? Is this going to be the mirror match? Who's going to break the mirror? Okay, we'll put out our dinosaur, which will just need to hang out. Even though it loves to rob those nests, it will have to hang back for a moment. There's a shock, fine. Spitter, fine. Okay, guess what I'll do here is bring out the captain. 4th land. 3 damage. Get them back to 19. Battling Vasias. Gonna shock my storm. I get so paranoid whenever they look at my cards. I feel like, well, they're gonna do something to wreck me. Frenzied Rage. Okay, we can do both. So let's make the captain big with that. Then draw a card with that. Get a treasure, do another damage right there. That's 5 damage. How am I suddenly doing 5 damage to the opponent? Okay, next turn. I'm kind of putting all my eggs in one basket of Captain Storm, because then I can put 2 more enchantments. Well, 1 more if I don't get a red mana. So what I could do is, Loxodon. Tajik. Let's not the optimal play right here, but I guess I have to hold back. That Loxodon's always good. 1/3 Vigilance, who cares? Okay, 4th land. So what we can do here... Let's just go for some weird action right here. That's a big old 5/3 that they will double block. That's fine. I'll take out that Loxodon. They didn't block the captain in the air. So that's 7 damage. Maybe they can do 5 damage to me. Gonna go with everything there. I cannot do 13 damage. I'll get some of those to attack in the air for 6. They won't block that. We'll do 7 damage. Got some blockers. Probably have a shock. They're gonna shock my Legionnaires and make their weird bigger. Oh, Steamkin. That's actually worse. Attacking with everything. What do we want to do here? Double block this, but they're going to have combat tricks. There we go, combat trick. They're going to shock that Legionnaire. They're going to make that weird bigger. They're going to do all that fun stuff. This is GG. Let's see the next game right here. That was not able to be done anything about because they still had the blocker. They had a lot of board presence. So let's see that again. So the best thing to add to this deck, I made it very aggro, but the best thing to add is a Seal Away. That will help so much. I have plentiful turn 2 haste creatures, but instead that happens. Okay, so I have to assume they're going to have a shock. Okay, Steamkin, you do know I have that power, right? That should be an auto-concede on their part. Then I'm getting a little bit of mana flood over here. Now what are those cards in Boros that let you... Ooh, look at that. That is a mirror match for the ages. Oh yeah, but what about if we race over here? That's kind of interesting there. They have their Tajik, I've got my Tajik, but that's just a blocker, so who cares? Wings. Do I want to put double wings on a flyer? That doesn't matter. Yeah, let's just draw another card. What am I doing? What am I doing? What am I doing? See, when you don't pay attention, you give your opponents flying. This is a shame concede, because that was really, really sad. Like, what am I even doing? But anyway, I got all of that fun stuff. Cool. Let's edit the deck a little bit. It's this one right here. Demotion is worthless, so we will do a seal away. So again, this is not really a tier deck at all. It's just a complete meme deck. It has very little removal for the opponent. I guess, yeah, it has very little removal. The only thing that's in there is seal away, so that's not really a viable strategy. But let's just play for fun. Let's just play that deck. Again, it's not a tier deck or anything like that, but let's just have a little fun with it. See how that goes. And just to kind of see this right here, testing this out. See how that appears on screen. That's pretty fun. I think my light is a little too low. I'll open the window in just a moment. It's getting a little low in there. Maybe what I'll do is I'll just use my good lights during the event. Opponent goes first. Okay, well, I got my turn 2 district. They're gonna go with blue. I'm gonna go with Azorius. Mono blue. Okay, well, I'm gonna go for it here unless they have a counter spell for a creature. This again would be like the algorithm is perfectly amazing that it would have that on hand. Like, no one plays with those cards, but let's see what happens. They probably have an opt. Nope, they have a unsummon. Disperse, close enough. So that's the funny thing again, like, no one plays with that card. When was the last time you saw that card, you know? They have they have here a 3-mana counterspell, so I'm going to bring this one out that I don't mind losing it. I guess there's their second disperse. Oh, there's an unsummon, very efficient. Anticipate. While they think about it, let me open the window. I don't really think that's helping, so I'm going to be dealing with a complete control player, so anything that I do is just going to get countered and stuff, so I'm not going to be able to handle this deck. So how would you handle a mono blue player that only has counter spells? Maybe mill them out?
I assist those humbled by the pursuit of knowledge. Bow to the howling winds.
Okay. Well, this is just more distraction because I'm gonna go after their planeswalker. They're probably going to have the ability to send everything back to my hand next turn, so I don't want to put everything out at once. Yeah, this is going to be a grind. They can easily unsummon that or disperse it. So I doubt they will create their wizard. Okay, they'll do that. Angelic Gift won't draw me that card. So what I would want is the 10th district so that I can add a Frenzied Rage. They're gonna do a counter spell, fine. So let's see if I can goad out. See, how do I want to do this land here? Let's bring out one of these. Guess let's bring out another one. Strength in numbers. So I will send things everywhere, but they will have their disperse. Oh, anticipate, okay. So Diego Rookie 21.
I shall miss your company.
Really slow game against a mono blue player. Tempest Jin, who cares? So if they tap out on their lands, that'll be great. Favorable winds. Okay, that's fine. We can do this right here. That's now Menace. Then we can put another one onto it. Seal away, sure. Don't really need it. So whatever little thing they block, that's still 11 damage, no matter what. And they have a ton of mana. They did not attack first. So unless they have a dispersal, one of my two creatures is going to get through. Terry. Ooh, that's nice. Okay, so they have enough for one counter spell. They're gonna counter this, but that will still apply. So that still gets big. So I'm gonna sneak attack in with that robber, maybe? Because they will only be able to take it out if they triple block. Why would you double block your two creatures that are not gonna get big enough? Yep, that was not a great play on their turn. They could have simply single blocked. Now there's still one more game here. Let's see what they have in their hand. That has Menace, so it's unblockable, but they may have one final Disperse or something. Alright, here we go. They have an unsummon. Yep, they've got an unsummon for that. So that leaves them one game. I mean, one more turn to try to pull it back together. So that was a completely top-decked. That was a completely top-decked that was a completely top-decked that's on the ground. Be careful, that's on the ground. Okay, well... So like I said, I don't think it's a very good way to deal with... I don't think I have a very good way to deal with this, so... I don't know, are we going to be able to do anything here, or are we going to get one more dispersal or something? They're obviously going to play some sort of spell to make the Murmuring Mystic do something. That was pulse pounding. Let's switch over to this camera over here. That was completely annoying. How long has that game even gone? That was... Okay, we're still gonna play game 2 against them, but let me just take a moment to gather my thoughts. I am shook. You know, that was kind of a difficult opponent to get through. And so they have a ton of counter spells and bounce spells and all of that. I'm not looking forward to game 2. Let's just go for it. My deck is not really designed for anything to deal with so much control, plus at a disadvantage of turn 2. I don't know, I'm just gonna wait. I'm just gonna get as much mana as I can. So I changed my light setup right here. I think that's gonna be better. That looks a little bit more pro, doesn't it? Okay, favorable winds. Can't do much about that. This will lose them a turn. They're gonna do their Tempest Djinn on the next turn. Frenzied Rage. Now, if they tap out on their Tempest Djinn, that'll be great. But they won't. Chart to course, okay. I don't think they have anything. They could have that unsummon. I guess let's play it safe with some board presence. Okay, there's a Pteramander. I guess let's build a board presence because things are going to get bounced back, and if I put a lot of stuff on them... Okay, so they wanted their Pteramander as a blocker. Fine. I have my 3/3. Four mana. They can do a lot of control here. Mystic. Okay, fine. Let's see, I want to be able to cast everything here. So, one of these. One of these. Now this is going to be very fragile. But they're going to unsummon my Legionnaire, make a bird, stall me. Stall me. Alright, let's see what we get here. What do they have with that, with those two final mana? Counterspell makes a bird. That That's still a 10, 6, 7, 8 in total. They need to double black that on the ground. Six, 7, 8. That's still 8 in total. Fine. What do we want to do here? What do we want to kill? We want to kill that Mystic. 10. Yeah, the Mystic and the Djinn. Then the bird lives. I will pump up the captain. Okay, so that is working out very, very well. They only have a bird, an opt. They're just struggling to get stuff. They have a ton of mana. Favorable winds is the only thing that's good. I'm starting to tap. Okay, let's hold back. Okay, so anticipate. One more opt. Okay. Really fueling that graveyard for their Pteramander. So how's everyone doing in the chat today? There's the Pteramander, of course. There's another Anticipate. So that Pteramander can grow to a 6/6, no problem. Alright, so there's a seal away. I'm going to hold on to that like gold. So my opponent has used 10 minutes of game time more than me. So not only are they a really slow blue player, they're a really annoying blue player, and it's like the complete opposite of what I've got in terms of speed. So that could be an opt or an unsummon. So a moment ago, I conceded because of Mana Flood, and now I'm going to get Mana Screw. Alright, they're playing things very slow. If I don't get one of these cool enchantments... Nope, I'm going to get stuck on 2 lands. Okay, everyone, will game over on this. So if I get my 3rd land, I can attack with Tajik, build up some power, but they'll have an unsummon. They're going to drop their 2nd land, which will actually then make them stronger. Terramander. Let's just wreck that Terramander right now. Let's go in for some big damage. It's getting stuck on 2 lands against this control player. Okay, they have 1 life left, and if I can make it back to my turn, I can pop that Fanatical Firebrand and finish them off. They don't have any life gain, do they? Okay, so they're frantically digging through their library here for answers. Okay, there's an unsummon. Alright, so what's the play here? Just pop my Firebrand, right? Because it was all part of the same cost of... it was all part of the same cost. You have to tap it, sack it, and then... okay, there we go. That was completely bonkers. My camera is way too hot, isn't it? Can that get a little better? Yeah, I can't really adjust my my settings of these things, I think. Let me see what happens if I try to adjust this over here. I just had a really hard time configuring all of these things. Take it back here. I guess that looks fine. What about here? Getting a little too dark? No, that's fine. Okay, so we'll keep it on that. Okay, everyone, so that was a long game. That was only 1 win out of this. Let's go to the next one. Right after we switch over here to the card camera for a moment. Let's go over here to the card camera. Okay, so Second Coming. So here's another comic that I got. I got Star Wars number 108. Now the funny thing about this comic is that so the Star Wars comics were published back in the 70s before the actual movie debuted. And it went on for 107 issues from 1977 to like, I don't know, 1987 or 89 or something, with 107. Marvel, celebrating their 80 years, then published a sort of a special issue 108, and this is the variant. So I picked this up. I haven't read it yet, but I picked this up in order to kind of see what else, how are they going to continue it. And I forgot to see here, but apparently the cover price is, can we see that right there? $5.99. These were like 35 cents. These were 30 cents when they were first published in the 70s, and now they're $5.99. So I got that. And I got a few more books over here. This is The Shape of Elvira, number 3, the photo variant. So the hostess with the mostess, Elvira. She's so cool. So her comics are fun and cute and cheeky, and I was picking up these photo covers. So I got the Elvira photo cover, and I'll show a few more in a moment. Let's get back to the game over here. Let me readjust my microphone right there. All right, so let's get back to the game. That was one hard-fought win. I love that thought distortion. The art is amazing and very disturbing. Streaming for 1 hour. Okay, well, let's just play a little bit more. That's only been one win out of a really slow player. Really slow. Don't forget to tip. So if you're enjoying the stream, don't forget to follow that Loots link, say something nice, and then we'll get a fun sponsored message on screen, and then your boy VM Campos gets paid. Okay, so they really needed that. They're gonna do an opt. Next turn I'll do the 10th district. Next turn after that maybe Tajik or Angelic Gift. So we're dealing with Simic this time. Let's see what we get here. Okay, so next turn we can do the air. But they've got another briny. Oh, they got a sailor. Okay. 2 sailors. That's kind of a lot of effort to deal with my stuff, but I guess they're obviously building up for their 4th turn Planeswalker. All right, so they were all out of their answers there. Struggling to find something with an opt. So let's see some creature action here. Unless I pay 4. Fine. Let's draw a card off of that. Great. Thank you for another land. And that's it. So Benji was starting to get terrible draws, and Benji went home. Let's see on the next round here. Let's see what better things they get, if they get anything better. Let me just check the camera here for a moment. So I've got that on auto. It looks a little too hot. I'm getting too... Maybe I can move the cameras back. Maybe I can move the... or better yet, maybe I can just adjust it correctly. Let's see. Configure video. This is the life of a professional. Yeah, that's not going to... Because I've got two Logitech cameras. One of them is over here, and one of them is over here. My system gets confused about which one of my settings is affecting which camera. So I'm not even going to mess with it. I'm going to leave it on auto adjust, which is not perfect. So, two terrible opening hands. This is also pretty terrible. Nothing until turn 3. They're going to duress me. No. And then I'm just getting lands here. They really, really want their opt. Such a slow hand. My deck is, my deck is a complete aggro deck. And, waiting until turn 3 to do anything is impossible. Two spectral sailors again. Alright, so they're going to try to do it with two lands. Well, I'm getting mana flooded, so... Okay, let's try that again. My hand was extremely slow, so I tell ya, when you have an aggro deck where you get two terrible opening hands and nothing to do until your third turn, you really have to wonder. Alright, so I guess I can do Angelic Gift if I don't get anything meaningful to draw a card. That is there for their opt. Okay, I'm just getting lands again. There's Tajik. Okay, with 2 mana open, they will have enough to flash cast their Brineborn. That's enough also for the trophy. Alright, so I gotta play it really slow here. So there's that one. Let's see if I can goad some things out of their hand. Alright, well, we gotta go for it here, even though this is a counter spell. Let's go to the next person. They had it pretty much all wrapped up with every counter spell, so my deck is not equipped for that. Again, like the algorithm, like how it does these matchups, you kind of see these patterns and you're like, why doesn't it just really just rank you, I mean, you know, play you against people that are, I think they try too hard to match you against the right opponent, but I just don't think that's, I still think the matching algorithm is pretty bad. It should just be, what about if they do it like as just pure number of wins or something? So here we're dealing with a person that for some reason is really wasting my time. Alright, let's switch over to the amazing Cam for a moment. Over here, we'll talk some real talk. Don't waste people's time on Arena. Get yourself a good internet connection. Go get your sandwich before you start playing. Call your mom after you play. Focus on the game at hand because there is a real person on the other side of the screen. It's not just pixels, and it's, the more you know. Deal with it. Get your stuff in order before you hit play, and then actually losers like Rodolfo Nunez won't be wasting time on the stream. And I'm switched over here to my awesome cam instead of enjoying the actual game because they don't know what they're doing. So let's see, how much time have they wasted so far? At 27:59, they turned passes to us. So we'll start doing our thing here. Yeah, I think something's happening with their internet connection, because no one would be wasting this much time. Alright, time to get a free win. We'll have the game timer going on right there. So this stream here served two purposes: to confirm that my settings work for the Monday stream, but also pretty much to announce that I'm not gonna do Saturday morning streams anymore. I just don't seem to get very much activity going on at 11 a.m. Thanks for everyone that does come to hang out at this time, but it just doesn't look like I'm getting too much action in the morning. In the evening, at 11 p.m. people do come for that, and I appreciate that so much. But in the morning, in the mornings, I just don't get enough activity going on in chat, so probably going to discontinue it and just do 11 p.m.s on Saturdays. This is a very slow hand. They had to mulligan. Aurelia Nock is the opponent. Yes, that's a mountain with cool art. I'm also dealing with a Boros player. Alright, turn 2 on that. Beautiful. This is going to get shocked on my next turn. If not, Knight's Pledge will be amazing. Yep, there's a shock. So they shocked my... Okay, they have their own, which I can seal away. Let's do that right away. Let's give out a +2 right here. Lava Coil might help you. Then the Captain, Adanto, which is fine. Well, I guess... Okay, well, they could still have plenty of burn. They could have feather. Okay, there's feather. They still have a shock in hand. There's a Tajik. So let's see here. I can... Ooh, okay, great. Great. And welcome back, everyone. If you're joining right now, I just beat a Boros player. I'm Boros as well, and they just summoned Feather, but then my Onslaught was too powerful to deal with it, so they rage quitted. So what is everyone's plan? What are everyone's plans for the rest of the day? I need to record a video on a Planeswalker deck upgrade. I already have a few recorded. I need to then edit. I want to work on my... Okay, now there we go. Here's a perfect curve opening hand, as long as I get my third land. They had to mulligan. Okay. So just crossing my fingers for that third land. They will probably have that shock. Let's see how this pauses. Okay, so that's a shock. There's my third land. If that survives, then Knight's Pledge can do its thing. War Boss. Sure. Whoops, that's a 5/5. Now, they're not going to block, then they're going to do 2, 3, 4, 5. They're going to do 5 damage as well. They have a feather. Okay, fine. Let's get that out of here. Let's make that huge. That's 8 damage with Menace. Three, 4, 5, 6 damage plus an Aurelia. Cool. 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, we'll just go for... We'll just go for Shock and... Ah, so many great cards in my deck. So many great cards in my deck, but not getting anything, so... Alright, everyone. Well, I think it was fun hanging out for the moment. Catch me at the 11 p.m. stream. Catch me at the 11 p.m. stream, and I'll see you later.